couldn't hear you?
North America.
Just
Okay,
so-
deal.
Drop it.
Nothing else could have gotten it.
Okay.
We're sitting down to coffee together. Very well. Yes, that's what this is. This is totally what this is.
My name is Emma Day. I am a sauna guide here at Cedar and Stone Nordic Sauna in Duluth, Minnesota.
My name is Peyton Steensma, and I'm a sauna guide at Cedar and Stone Nordic Sauna here in Duluth, Minnesota.
Here in Duluth.
Sauna capital of the world, baby.
Just North America.
North America.
Just
Okay,
the
deal.
I'm Sarah, and I'm one of the sauna guides down in Canal Park Sauna, Canal Park, Cedar and Stone. I don't know how to talk about this.
Exactly.
I'm Sarah.
You said.
I'm Liv Masdal. I'm a sauna guide here, the newest on the team. Do a lot of other things other than sauna guiding, like teaching yoga and being outside as much as I can. Well, I guess at the heart of it is that I love sauna. I didn't grow up with the practice, but found my way there and have received a lot of healing and transformation and just deep rest from this practice. And it's a joy to introduce people to it. It really is.
I think initially when I started, I was interested in holding a unique space for people. I think that's how it started. I think that still resonates tenfold though. It's become something that's really benefited my own life. I feel like I'm energized and encouraged by the way that I think it holds space like no other place. I really feel that way. I like to experience profound healing and relaxation. It's really special, and I feel just thankful to be a part of it.
For me, it comes down to just being present with people. There's, I think, just a gift in being a fellow human being to just provide someone presence, whether that's presence with themselves or being present with them. There's a lot of busyness in life, and things get crazy, and not everybody has time to sit and just be and not be thinking about everything else or be doing everything else, but just to actually sit with their bodies, sit with another human being. And I have experienced such amazing fruit or experience such peace and growth as a person through that exact thing in the sauna. So offering it to other people is really easy.
For the transformation that happens when people walk into the sauna, 75 minutes later, they leave as different people. I've experienced that for myself, and I know how profound that's been for my wellness journey, and I want that for other people. So any way that I can facilitate that, I'm all in. Starting my guide experience in a pandemic, and I started it in the fall and kind of really stepped into it in the winter. But it was, a little different of a thing, but it's been really amazing to guide people through this experience and see them. I don't know, we talk about this all the time, but just people totally transform. Like you literally are seeing in their face, in their body language, in how they're interacting, this release and this softening and this relaxation. And seeing people, I guess, also reorient to this place. And I think especially the winter season. It's like we know what winter is here in the north. And there's a lot of people who live here that still kind of have this like conflictual relationship with it. And it was really amazing to see people go out in their bathing suit in like negative whatever degree temperature and like sunbathe and enjoy it and actually feel really like in their body embodied and empowered. And like, oh, this actually feels really amazing and is delightful when paired with the heat of the sauna. So it's two kind of things that I see over and over is people like being relaxed and rejuvenated and feeling really good in their body and also feeling yeah, I guess really vital and strong and empowered. Like it makes you feel relaxed and strong and capable. Like you've got this. You just overcame this challenge and it was delightful somehow.
I think one that sticks out to me is, yeah, I mean, it brought me a lot of joy and peace, which was kind of counterintuitive because it was two sisters that were mourning a parent, and came to the sauna for a private session with the intention of just kind of seeing what came when they showed up. And I think back to the holding space piece. I just remember thinking that I could have never anticipated it being a, a good space for mourning. I don't even know if that would have ever come up for me, but seeing people just in a space where they were noting that it had been so long before, like it had been a really long time since they had put their phone down or felt like they really had uninterrupted time to process and think. And in that situation, I'm not necessarily doing a ton of hands-on guiding. It's just, hey, I believe that this thing works in the sense that it's really unique and it makes your body feel good, but kind of the whole body experience of, we had people come and use it for a really intentional space of mourning and grieving, and they left feeling a little bit lighter.
The last couple of years have been really stressful for everyone, and she came in and was just thrilled at the opportunity to, one, be present with her body and the lake and the sauna, but also just to get in touch with the Finnish culture that she grew up with, to experience, I mean, family memories again, and these are like deep, meaningful things. I just saw, I mean, tears come to her eyes as she described, oh, I used to do this as a kid with my grandma. I used to sit in here with my kids. Like it, just hearing that and seeing the way that it impacted her was a game changer. I mean, that's the why. It's because it's impactful. So that's one. I could give a billion.
Well, Grandma's Marathon weekend, when we led specific athletic recovery sessions guided towards people that had just run a marathon to help them recover and be able to function the rest of those days after, even weeks after, people were quite literally walking from the finish line of a marathon to the sauna. I mean, hobbling over, hadn't eaten, hadn't fueled their body. They were completely depleted. And I was able to help them with the sauna, using that as the best tool, but also using some other integrative stuff from, my yoga practice to help them recover in a way that nothing else could have gotten them to that point. So they were able to walk out of the sauna with less pain, less inflammation, and they had just run a marathon hours before. And that happened for people all day long. It wasn't just one person. And in smaller ways, that happens every time people come to the sauna.
Most of the time my shifts are in the morning. So there were honestly only a few hard moments of the physical aspects of the job. 1 or 2 times the wind is whipping down there by Lake Superior and I truly could not get a light to go. It was too cold. I will say though, there's a lot of beauty in that experience. Being so closely interacting with fire is really invigorating, and it was beautiful to see the sunrise. So I wouldn't actually say that's a hard part of the job. I really enjoy that. I would say the challenging part can be working with people, and I think it's a really important aspect of this role is having a very high emotional intelligence and being very tuned into people and receptive. In every single moment, there's a lot of communication, not just storytelling and literally speaking words, but reading people's energy and reading body language and deeper levels of what do people need in that moment. And that's simultaneously really rewarding and tiring, draining. You're very on for the entire time. So I would say that's potentially the biggest challenge. Luckily, I mean, I guess similar to like going to a restaurant and getting really delicious food, but luckily like taking a sauna feels really good. So people without fail leave happier and just, yeah, lighter. So that's nice. I'm not getting people leaving cranky ever or having not had a good time. I don't think I've ever experienced that. So I don't think that's all my doing as a guide. I think that's the sauna too.
I would say in the dead of winter when it was -20 outside and it was 6 in the morning and I'm alone down there, like up to my nostrils in my little down fuzzy coat, alone, kind of the fire's not starting and I'm the only person that's responsible for doing that, and kind of feeling like, yeah, I mean, we're such a close-knit team and I feel so thankful for that. And when you're down managing the space, it's one of us. So I think I've gone through a lot of growth, figuring out how to just take initiative, make decisions. Like, yeah, managing the space by myself has been challenging at times. And really, really gratifying. And like, I'm more resilient and welcoming to the cold now. I am new to Minnesota, so it's kind of a new process for me. But yeah, I'd say dead of winter, like, holy crap, this hurts a little bit. This hurts my face, like just genuine. So anyway, that's what I think of.
Dealing with my own, like I'm walking into the room with stress and life and stuff like that too. So usually if I'm going to enjoy a sauna, I can go in and that stuff just washes away. But if I'm going in to guide, I don't always get to sauna before my shift. And so I have to find a way to be present with that person, regardless of what I just walked in the door with, and a way to process that and choose presence and choose to redirect my mind to what this person is about to experience, what these people are about to experience, and leave all the other stuff at the door, and just not project that onto people, can be really hard, because there's other jobs that I've had where it doesn't really matter. That can kind of come with you and your mood can be whatever. But this is such a catered experience, and how I show up into that room is part of the experience for that person. And so I have to be very mindful about how I show up into that room. And that's sometimes easy and sometimes not, because sometimes you just have a bad day, and that's fine.
It takes a lot of emotional intelligence to be a sauna guide, which is something you can't necessarily teach someone. You can teach someone how to build a fire, how to run the space. That's all very teachable. But knowing when to push someone and when to pull back, when to give someone space, and when to give them more history and culture and storytelling is something that doesn't necessarily just take time. I think you just have to have that people skill, and it can be draining for some people because folks could be walking in with injuries, with some sort of trauma, and we're there to support them, and that looks really different for a lot of people. Every sauna session is completely different based on who's there. So that's not necessarily the greatest challenge. It's just something to be aware of. And for the right person, that's kind of a gift to be able to support someone in the way that they need it. So that's just something that I knew based on teaching yoga. Everyone's coming in with something, but it's very in your face in the sauna because it's just such a vulnerable space.
We'll do it. I really think it's such good medicine for everyone, especially in our stressed out, just really fast-paced world. It's like literally perfect antidote to all that, for body, mind, spirit. I would say take a lot of saunas. I think that's really good, important, foundational, crucial, really informs how you're able to talk to people about it, and how you're able to answer questions for people and guide people through an experience is when you've been through it and people have a lot of questions like, is this normal? Is this okay? Is this how I do it? So I would say do it a lot. And I would say, honestly, be kind of a nerd and learn about it. I think the history and the cultural element is really crucial. Lots of cultures have done thermal bathing and sweat bathing, but if you're interested in the Finnish style, I think it's important to honor the cultural roots. Yeah, and just do it. Enjoy it.
I would say accepting and just sort of holding true to the notion that sauna is not a fleeting wellness trend. I think there's something to be said about honing in on the tradition of it and honing in on learning from people who have been doing it and integrating it into their life for a really long time is the way forward with this. And I think it opens up sauna businesses, whether you're a sauna guide, whether you are managing it in another way. I think honoring that and learning from it is the way forward. It's not, again, a fleeting wellness trend. It's a truly inclusive practice that I think has the potential to reach a lot of different people. And that's a heavy weight, but a good one. And like if it's done well, can be epic and powerful. So that's what I got.
Yeah, I think regardless of who you are, authenticity is such a crucial piece of this. And the way that I guide or show up to the sauna is very unique to me, and the way that you or Peyton or Emma shows up is very unique to them. And it's a strength that the way that we each view sauna and bathing rituals or Vita or all these different pieces, all these stories that we tell along the way, bringing the fullness of yourself into that moment, into that room, is what makes it work. And I think for something like this, for this experiential business to thrive, it has to come from a place of authenticity, because otherwise you're going to run out of gas.
I think that if someone already has a sauna practice, the sauna will sort of encourage them. You know, that feeling that the sauna gives you, it's almost impossible not to share that with other people. So my encouragement would be to always have a sauna, you know, to not get too busy where you don't want to stay the extra 45 minutes to take a sauna yourself, to actually do that practice as much as you can. It's the same with yoga. You don't want to be a yoga teacher that doesn't do yoga and just teaches it and guides it. Sauna is this really precious thing that I don't want people to lose touch with, especially if they're business owners. And I could see that it'd be easy to stray away from the practice of sauna, but I think that's the most essential part.